there was an unstated goal. And once we had the conversation and figured out what the actual real goal was, it turned out that goal was very solvable.
That's such a great story for so many reasons. And I mean, particularly for like the conflict of interest, like we're not billing on that account, the emotional balance sheet, that's totally inefficient. Like, and realizing like, actually it was the most efficient thing we could possibly do if we were measuring quality of life, right? Like, and ultimately the outcome of our work, hopefully, is happiness and fulfillment, right?
Yeah.
But here's what's interesting to me too, is I think so we've covered a couple, like the person I'm talking to, I think we called him Bill. Bill had a set of goals. He wasn't doing them. That's an interesting discussion. Julie had this concern and you just hadn't uncovered it. So that's an interesting discussion. There's two more sets that I'd love to just spend a little bit of time on. One is, I thought where we're going to go with Julie is realize for most people, if you're insecure around money, more money will not solve that problem. That's a different type of help.
Yep.
And we have to be aware of that. Like I was thinking through this because I've got other buddies that are like that are like Bill. And one of them just sold his second venture-backed firm, basically pretty close to, I mean, it's certainly airplane, private jet money, and is broken human, could barely walk by the time he was done with this, getting on planes, every day to build this business, CEO, founder, the whole thing. And was going to go do a third, like he's already talking about doing another one. And it had to be a complete intervention, and it's bad. It's like, I don't want to quite compare it to a heroin addict, but it's like, it's like can't even unwind from it. And that's a different set of skill. And then there's also, so those people need different help. Like, and I think our job there can be like, look, I can tell you this is not a financial problem because look, like, you're gonna look at this line, like, and this is like, I'm not even saying avoid costly mistakes. I'm saying you could even have a couple costly mistakes and you're gonna be fine, right? Like those are different. That's a group of people that I think need our job there. To me, is to help them understand it's not about the money. It's not about the money. And maybe there are some books. There's some amazing work being done. George Kinder and all that other stuff. There's some amazing work being done. Financial therapy. Like all the stuff going on there. That's amazing. And then that's third. And then the fourth one, if you want to comment on these, is like, okay, what if they just don't know? They just literally are boring people. I don't quite mean it that way. Myopic. Like they haven't even thought about like, I'm retired. I don't have anything else I care about. How do we handle those people? Like, how do we teach them how to fly fish or go golf? Like, what do we do there? Greetings, Carl here. The clip you just watched is from the podcast that I do with my good friend Michael Kitces, which we creatively call Kitces Carl. And one of the things we talk a lot about there is the craft of advice. What it means for real financial advisors just like you to practice the craft of advice. And if you liked what you heard there, you would love what I'm doing at the Society of Advice. Because we dive deep into what it takes to practice this craft, right? To learn more about what I'm building at the Society of Advice, just click the link below. See you there.